Hi, everyone, and welcome back to JSA TV, where we're coming to you today live from the floor of Datacloud Global Congress 2025 here in beautiful Cannes, France. We're speaking with leaders across the digital infrastructure industry about all things new and innovative and on trend. And I'm very pleased to be joined today by Karen Petersburg, who's the Vice President of Development and Construction for PowerHouse Data Centers. And I wanted to start there a little bit just about Powerhouse, and if you can tell us a little bit about the organization. I know that you're focused on building at scale and speed, and I think that's an important place to start.
Sure, yeah, thank you for that question. Powerhouse is a relatively new brand. However, American Real Estate Partners, our main company, has been around for 22 years. And so we've really been focusing on the data center vertical about 4 years ago. And what we do is look to purchase land that has power, it has fiber, it has water, everything that our tenants need. And we also look and see where the tenants are, and we try to triangulate the best sites. And then we purpose build our spec data centers to help facilitate whatever the tenant wants. So we have spec, but then we'll change the design to allow the tenants to come in and do what they need to do on the inside. So we're typically a core and shell builder as in terms of a product, but we also will do turnkey. We have that capability in-house. And so when we talk about scale, we have 6 gigawatts in the pipeline right now between what's under construction and in development, and that we've actually bought and sold the land for. So we've got a lot going on within 4 years, and our pipeline reaches all the way out to 2028 now. The stuff that people are looking for, and what we've seen, at least in this conference so far, is that a lot of the demand signals are by 2026, tenants want to have power, and a lot of that has already been taken up. And so we're really trying to help the customers project out further, so that way when they're looking for these large amounts of power, that we have something available for them. So it's been really incredible.
Yeah, I mean, amazing the work that you're doing, and so much growth in the industry as a whole, but obviously with Powerhouse. So, one of the things that we talk about a lot as an industry, it gets discussed, and I believe actually you're speaking tomorrow about this on a panel, is how on earth do we do this? Where are the people? Right,
and it's a scary thought, because with AI and the demand that's coming down the pike, we really don't have the people to support the growth. And what we're seeing with the industry is that there's a lot of people from other verticals coming in trying to help us grow, but in terms of understanding what a data center is and how it works, it's specialty, it's technical, it's different. And so there's a lot of training that has to go on. And then, of course, there's the other half of that, which is our ecosystem, which all the skilled trades and labor that we need. And there's just not enough. And so it's really incumbent upon us as the data center industry to do our part to try to help build that up. And so I'm really looking forward to the panel to talk to how that can work and what we can do to support the needs of our industry.
And I think one of the, first of all, I'll be interested. I want to come to your panel and hear all about that. And I think one of the sort of next steps of that is creating the purview of data centers as critical infrastructure as a viable career path for young folks, right? So is that something that you're
100%? I think what happens is that the public perception has been, it doesn't really know the truth about the sustainability aspects and what we actually do as an industry. And so we get a bad rap, and we really need to get and reach out to the younger generation. And we're talking middle school, elementary school, because if we can reach them and their parents and their teachers, and we start that young, then they'll learn how viable as a career path this is. I mean, not only skilled trade jobs, you can make so much money, like 6 figures. People don't know that. So if you're not interested in going to college, obviously you have another pathway that you can go that people just don't know about. So our job really truly is is more of an outreach, to be more vocal and to start really talking to people and getting them to understand what is available as far as a career pathway here.
Yeah. So. There's so many opportunities. I try and tell every young person I talk to about it, but
yeah.
Another thing that you touch on, which we don't hear as much about, is support around mental health. I mean, it's as much as we talk about all these great opportunities and the need for more people, there is stress that comes with it. There's a lot of demands.
100%. And I mean, it's a very scary time right now. Everybody is so busy. The people who are active in the industry right now are taxed. They are stressed. They are overburdened. We've got a lot going on. and mental health isn't talked about, and it's definitely important on the job site, but in the office too. And I think one of the things that we can always think to do is just try to keep that work-life balance, try to have open conversations to make sure, when you see your friends and your colleagues overworked, try to see how you can help, how you can support. Remember the human element. That's the most important, is just always remember that we're at the base of everything human beings, and if we can reach that and connect as people, then magic happens. So it's a lot to do with mental health, but
Yeah, it's great to know that you're thinking about that and focused on it, and have
Yeah.
initiatives in place. And
yeah, one thing too with that, we didn't talk too much about what Powerhouse does as a program, but we really do with our sustainability program. We care about community engagement, and so every project we have, we work to figure out what we can do within the community and what the community needs. And so the project teams actually figure out, like, what is it that they care about, what is it that the community needs, and they develop programs that will support the community. And every single project right now, the theme is workforce development. Everybody wants to get in. How can we help build the workforce? And so as part of that, we've done things like started ACE mentoring programs. We've started 7 by 24 chapters. We've definitely gone into local community colleges to teach. But on the flip side of that is the career, is the worker experience. And this goes into the mental health. This goes into the culture of the work itself. And we want our craft workers and everybody's on our job site to leave happier than they came. We really care that they're having a good worker experience. There's a company, I don't want to just blast out and start talking about companies and be some sort of PR for them, but there's a company out there that will actually monitor the workers' mental health and provide reports. And so we're looking to work with them so that they can come on and make sure that the craft workers, we're doing what we say we're going to do. And so we'll get that feedback. We'll be able to course correct. So that way, when the workers are leaving, they're not only safe, but they feel happy. And so it's just, we have a, I could go on and on about the fact that, like, we have one life to live and we need to make sure we're happy, because what else are you going to do, right?
100%.
Like, it's so important.
Yeah, you're so right. The work that we do is gratifying, but it needs to also be done in a way that allows people to balance the rest of their lives.
Exactly.
And do so and be satisfied in all aspects.
Exactly.
Right?
You find that when people are really happy and they're passionate and they're really connected to the job, they'll do great things. And that's what we want to do. We want to facilitate greatness. We want people to be happy, and we want this industry just to be the best it can be. So.
Yeah. What a great way to end this conversation. Karen, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Always a pleasure to
Yes.
chat with you. Look forward to coming to your panel tomorrow and hearing a little bit more about this. So, and good luck with that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the show. I'm sure it's a busy week for you and lots
of
planned.
meetings.
Yeah. But thank you. Thanks for taking a few minutes out of your day to come speak with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And thank you to our viewers for tuning in today to JSA TV. Stay tuned as we continue to bring stories from leaders across the digital infrastructure industry. Until next time.